Rural Americans deserve access to the best of what our nation has to offer, especially healthcare. Across every state and every community, America's rural hospitals are the first line of defense, protecting our families, neighbors, and loved ones. No matter where you live, hospital care doesn't clock out. They're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Each year, America's over 5,000 hospitals care for millions of patients, providing 24/7 emergency care, delivering babies, cancer treatments, and other life-saving care that patients rely on. Behind every one of those patients are doctors, nurses, and caregivers working tirelessly to keep people healthy and safe. Hospitals are our community's lifelines. They employ our neighbors and keep our families healthy. But now, some in Congress are threatening access to care. Tell Congress, protect patient care to keep America strong. Don't cut rural health care.
LifeLock, how can I help?
The IRS said I filed my return,
but I haven't.
1 in 4 tax-paying Americans has paid the price of identity fraud.
What do I do?
My refund, though.
I'm freaking out.
Don't worry, I can fix this.
LifeLock fixes identity theft guaranteed and gets your money back with up to $3 million in coverage.
I'm so relieved.
No problem. I'll be with you every step of the way.
1 in 4 was a fraud-paying American. Not anymore. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
Sunday morning. With us today is Steve Cates, otherwise known as Dr. Sky. And on Sunday mornings, he makes our mind wander. Steve Cates, what do you have in mind this morning?
Well, happy Sunday to you and the listeners, John. How about a couple of great topics? How about we begin with something incredible? How about rocket fuel from water? A former SpaceX engineer, he started his own new company called General Galactic, and he aims to use common water to replace electrical and chemical rocket propulsion. How?
Steve Cates, don't buy any stock in the company until you can prove it.
You're right.
I saw that in the movies one time.
You're absolutely, John. All these are theories, but here we go. This is interesting. How would he do it? By splitting hydrogen and oxygen in water via electrolysis, and then burn the hydrogen gas with the oxygen as the oxidizer to create propulsion. So this thrust, John, would be more for chemical rockets. But how about this? For greater fuel use from water, they plan to turn the oxygen from electrolysis into plasma energy with strong electrical currents. So maybe the days, John, of chemical rockets, well, maybe they'll be going bye-bye, but maybe not anytime soon. So I'm going to hold off on buying stock. You're right.
Don't hold off on buying stock. In my opinion, and
Yes.
I still want to see Captain Kirk to see how they achieved warp speed. What year was it that in the movie? What year was it that who came down? The Vulcans came down to Earth.
Yes. I think we're talking about
2134, was it?
No, I think it's longer than that, John, but we'll have to do some research on that one. But the bigger mystery is, how do we get propulsion with warp drives? That's the great mystery. But, John, a guy that was working on so much of this, we all know about Albert Einstein, but here's a few facts about him that many people may not know. The young Einstein didn't start speaking clearly until he was well into his second year. And he's referred to by some as the dopey one. How terrible. But John, Einstein rose to world fame, as many know, with his two great revolutionary works, The General and Special Theory of Relativity, and his Annibus Mirabilis, otherwise translated to the Year of Miracles. He was just 26 years old, John. Many may not know he was also an avid violin player. And here's one that's really strange. The FBI, John, kept a file on him and had some 1,427 pages keeping an eye on Einstein. But even more incredible and not really publicized, did you know, John, that Einstein turned down an offer to become the president of Israel? That's how serious the world was about this exceptional man still today.
Well, he was one smart guy. He had an exceptional intelligence quotient.
Yeah.
And I still want to know who helped the Egyptians build the pyramids, because I don't think the slave laborers did it. I think
you're right.
There's something there that we don't know yet.
Well, John, maybe President Trump will reveal something, and I think something's coming, don't you, about whether or not this whole story of alien visitation is really something real. So let's hope we get some answers on that.
Well,
But
somebody
here we
got
go.
somebody got mad at President Obama for saying something last week,
You bet. They did.
and somebody, in my opinion, forced him to go back to redo his words a little bit.
I think you're right. I don't think the presidents really know, but maybe in this case, maybe we'll get an answer. We always end off, John, on the great mystery of the week. How about this one? What are particles from space called amaratsus, and what's the oh my God particle? Here we go. The most powerful energy source from space are cosmic rays. Now, we have some records here to talk about. Back in May of 2021, astronomers detected a particle known as the Amaratsu particle. It's named after the Japanese sun god. John, this goes off the charts. 240 quintillion electron volts. Nothing in the universe has been at least that powerful. Here's the problem. Astronomers look into the region where they think it came from. It's called the cosmic void. No galaxies, no stars, just empty space. And then to top it off, back on October 15th of 1991, they detected something called the oh my God particle. 320 quintillion electron volts. What a strange universe we live in. And by the way, John, cosmic rays are atomic nuclei and very highly charged protons. Isn't that amazing? How can something come from nowhere and yet be more powerful than anything that's somewhere? What a mystery.
That is a mystery. And Steve Cates, thank you for enhancing our minds every week. And I always listen to your show on what is it, Friday nights or midnight Friday, midnight Saturday morning to 2 a.m. and same on Sunday from midnight to 2 a.m. And I enjoy those shows very much.
Well, thank you, John. The Dr. Sky Experience continues to talk about those great realms: astronomy, space, aviation, weather, celebrity guests, and stories, John, as you know best. Stories of American exceptionalism, truth, justice, and the American way. Have a great Sunday.
Rural Americans deserve access to the best our nation has to offer, especially when it comes to health care. Across every state and every community, America's rural hospitals are the first line of defense, protecting our families, neighbors, and loved ones. No matter where you live, hospital care doesn't clock out. They're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Each year, America's over 5,000 hospitals care for millions of patients, providing 24/7 emergency care, delivering babies, cancer treatments, and other life-saving care that patients rely on. Behind every one of those patients are doctors, nurses, and caregivers working tirelessly to keep people healthy and safe. Hospitals are our community's lifelines. They employ our neighbors and keep our families' health. But now, some in Congress are threatening access to care. Tell Congress, protect patient care to keep America strong. Don't cut rural health care.